Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing well. If you can hear me as well. I'm not sure what happened to the intro music, but here we are. Welcome to the EV show by Ludicrous Feed, and today's Wednesday the 30th of October 2024. Let's welcome our co-host tonight, of course, which is Mr. Riz Akhtar from Carloop. Hello Riz, how was your flight?
Tom, the flight was good, but the music's still in the background.
Oh, the music is playing. Okay, I just can't hear it.
It's pumping.
Alright, let me pause that. Apologies everyone, bit of a technical issue. But yeah, that's just some intro music, which for some reason I couldn't hear. Anyway, we are on air. That's fine. That's all that matters. So thanks so much. Apologies for that. But hope you're all doing well. And Riz, I hope you're doing well as well. Yeah. Interesting. All the comments have disappeared as well. I had all these comments from the stream. Something is going on here. We're trying out a new studio here from StreamYard, but that's okay. I can still see the comments on the YouTube window, so I might use that as well. But nice to see you all. It's a nice balmy evening here in Sydney at least. And where are you, Riz? Hollywood Riz, as we call you.
Look, I'm in Melbourne. Soon to be in Hobart, and then in Sydney next Friday. Now, Tom, obviously there's a lot happening in Sydney next Friday with the Sydney International EV Show. So looking forward to seeing yourself and many of our viewers and listeners there as well.
Absolutely, yeah, Riz. We don't call you Hollywood Riz for no reason, flying around. That's why you need a private jet. And next time you need a lift, just give me a call. We've got the Cadillac Lyriq, of course, lined up for a test drive, hopefully soon too. So we'll come pick you up next time. So yeah, dropped a couple of videos today on the channel. So the Cadillac Lyriq opening in Sydney with the new experience center, and also did a recap of the BYD Shark 6 PHEV. But we'll go through that as well later on. And Riz, you were also at an event today. So the Mobility Live, lots to share too, I believe.
That's it. We'll definitely touch on that later on. There's a couple of new EVs that magically appeared, so something for us to look forward to later in the stream.
Fantastic. All right. Well, yeah, Riz touched on the Sydney International EV show, so we've got some tickets to give away tonight as well. So let's put that on screen. So that is the Sydney International EV show, for those of you who don't know, 8th to the 10th of November 2024, which is in a couple of weekends' time. And promises to be a very big show, lots of OEMs on display, and yeah, I think as Riz said, myself and a few other people who you may know as well around the EV community will be around. I'll be hosting some panels and doing some walkarounds as well, and I think there'll be a fireside chat too. I think I'm helping to host some of those. Just a more casual, informal chat about EVs. We could talk about EVs all day, Riz, as you know. But tonight we are giving away tickets to that event. So if you would like to win some tickets, as we did last week, we've got 10 double passes to give away again. If you're a performance and long-range member of the channel, you don't need to enter. I can give those to you complimentary because you're members anyway. So 4 tickets per performance member and 2 per long-range member. But for everyone else, standard range and all our other viewers, make sure you do a hashtag EV show tonight. So that's our keyword, hashtag EV show, and we'll get those entries going, and the draw will be at the end of the show. So again, hashtag EV show if you want to be in the running for a double pass tonight to the Sydney International EV show coming up in a couple of weekends' time. So let's say hello to some of our viewers. Hey, thanks for joining us, everyone. So hello, Hal, nice to see you. Hello, Os Screamer, nice to see you as well. Hey, Jason, so very sorry for the music. I don't know why I couldn't hear it in my headphones. Hello, Scott Hutchings, and hello, Gary. I know you sent me some mail today with some stats from the Kia EVs Owners Club of Australia, so Kevoka. I'll show those later on. Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you. And hello, Grandpa. Thanks very much for the membership gifts, I believe. Yes, you did. Gifted 5. That's great. Hey, Tazzy. Sorry, yes, we're starting a little bit in between 8 and 8:15 tonight. So hello, nice to see you. Yeah. Riz wearing Bonza Carloop purple today. Very much on brand, Riz. Well done.
That's right. Yeah, just supporting both purple brands there.
Hey, Sim, nice to see you from the Gold Coast. And Jeremy's got a joke for us. What happens if the car is struck by lightning? 20 to 80% in half a second. Yeah, there's that induction charging right there. Hey, Steve, nice to see you. Hey, Wayne, nice to see you as well. And hello, Marius. All these members, great to see. Hello, Hal. And hello, Paul. Hello, Steve. Yeah, got some entries here already. Hashtag EV show. That's what you want to tag tonight to get into the running to win a double pass to the EV show in Sydney. Hey Charles, yes, looking forward to the AEVA conference. It's definitely conference season in Hobart this weekend. So if you're in the area in Hobart, or if you fancy a nice getaway, Tassie's the place to be for the AEVA conference. All right, well, Riz, let's get into our show tonight. So we might start off with you actually sharing with what if anything you want to share about the Mobility Live, expo this today in Melbourne.
Yeah, Tom, it was quite interesting. I got a chance to host their media and VIP day, so we went around and spoke to quite a few brands there. There were up to 14 car brands. That was quite impressive. Um, Zeekr were there. They had the X and the 009. And geez, the massage seats in the back of the 009 were next level. I did pop in between running around. Everyone knows on this channel, I've got my runners on. Did pop in for a quick massage. Had my feet up before I think I was pushed out by others that wanted to experience the same thing. So, um, anyway, but that was quite cool to see. But they also had a whole new brand, GAC, that
Right.
we have not heard of before,
Okay.
uh, showcasing the Aion V, I think it is. And they are destined for the Australian market by mid 2025, they say. They had two cars on display. Right-hand drive. I got a chance to sit in one of them. Yep, that's the one. That orange, looking sort of a smallish SUV.
Mm.
Um, Apparently, the driver's seat or the front passenger seats can lay flat, so it turns into a bit of a glamping sort of a bed. So that was interesting to see. It has all the latest tech in there. The big screen that we're used to, and a binnacle as well. So that was interesting to see them, because obviously none of us have seen those. So they bought two cars in to showcase there. Um, our LDV had a surprise,
Mm.
fully electric Ute, 102 kilowatt hour battery pack. I think it's called the LDV Tranos 9. I'm trying to, I couldn't even spell the name.
Okay.
LDVE, whatever it is, 9. It's a big four door, four-wheel drive electric ute with a 102 kilowatt hour battery. That's it.
eTerron 9 Ute. Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
And apparently this has just landed this week, and they drove it in. And I was at the show yesterday setting up and didn't see it, but this morning it was there when I got there. So they had a bit of a unveiling of this ute, and yeah, it's there. I got a chance to sit in it, and pretty comfortable. But this was not the only ute. They had the Shark
Mm-hmm.
6, which you did a video on the configurator in the last 24 hours because the pricing has been dropped. And they also had the Great Wall Motors GWM had a plug-in hybrid um, electric ute. Looks pretty tough as well. That they've just bought it. It was still in left-hand drive into this show with 110 kilometers of range and 3.5 ton towing capacity. The Canon
Mm.
Alpha plug-in hybrid. But anyway, I was more surprised. Like, out of all the utes, this was the one that I was most surprised by. Fast charging, whole lot. I think they said something like 10 to 80% of this 102 kilowatt hours battery pack in about 40 or 45 minutes.
Mm.
So yeah, big step up from the the ute that we're used to, the ET60.
Yeah, correct. It looks yeah a bit more futuristic as well. I guess a bit more sharp and angular. Looks more like the F-150, I think, more than the Ford Ranger. Whereas the Shark looks very much like the Ford Ranger. And good to see this is all electric as well, 102 kilowatt hour, beefy battery pack. Yeah, I mean, assuming assume efficiency of say, I don't know, 20, 18 to 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So maybe range of what 400, I'd say maybe 4 to 500. Not even that?
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty lucky because this was unveiled only a couple of weeks or 2, 3 months ago at a show in Europe.
Mm.
Made a surprise visit there at the transport show at IAA. So yeah, we're pretty lucky to get it fairly soon.
Yeah, so Oscream is saying showed it in
Oh, that's
Germany a
good.
couple of weeks ago using BYD Blade batteries, so that's good. Yeah, I guess price will be everything. As we know, the ET60 was priced a little bit high um, compared to obviously the plug-ins, like BYD Shark 6 is more like 50, but you are dealing with an all-electric vehicle, so that is the benefit, I guess, of having an eTerron 9 and the ET60 on the market. So yeah, that's great, Riz. And how did it look on the inside? Did it feel pretty plush?
Yeah, pretty good. I'll try and share some photos. Sorry, everyone, I haven't had a chance to do that today, but yeah, like Bonza delayed me a bit, so I'll have it for our next live stream. But yeah, it was pretty plushy. Um, I think, like most things coming out of China at the moment, infotainments are pretty well sorted, and um, yeah, it was nice. It was spacious, but I guess we don't know what it's like to drive until we get it onto our roads, which, as they're saying, early 2025. So we expect that, I guess, in maybe Q1, uh, early Q2, the latest.
Hmm. Yeah, it's saying early 2025, so that's oops, sorry. It's yeah, that's good sign. And as Aaron says, looks like a Ute that you can't. I mean, Utes are Utes, right? Or pickup trucks, right? It's like one or two cabs and then the tray in the back. I mean, how different can they really be? I suppose like an SUV, how different can they really look after a while? This one, yeah, as Mitch says, it's brutalist architecture on wheels. It's very angular. Take it. You can take two stances, right? You can make it more round. You can make it more square or straight. So there you go. Take your pick. But yeah, and yeah, Oscar was saying looks better than the Kia Tasman ICE vehicle. So yeah,
Hmm.
I want to see more battery electric options for sure. The plug-in hybrid, versions of these cars or these Utes are certainly flourishing at the moment. We've got the Shark 6, Ford Ranger plug-in coming as well. So yep, good to see. And
Oh,
thanks.
actually, I did see the Ford Ranger today. They did have that. Can't remember what they called it anymore. It was some special name for their plug-in hybrid, but they had like tools in the back. They had like a drop saw, all of
Hmm,
that stuff connected that they were showcasing at the Ford stand. Ford also actually showcased their e-Custom Transit because this is more of a trade and a fleet type of show. They had a lot of those vehicles. So Ford had their e-Transit Custom, which is a smaller version of the e-Transit. So it's good to see that they appear to be serious about electrifying at least fleets.
hmm.
So yeah, we'll hopefully businesses and fleets do start to buy them. But yeah, that range of, I think it was 45 kilometers of range compared to what I guess GWM is potentially offering, up to 110 kilometers with their
Hmm.
plug-in hybrid Ute. And then hopefully this LDV thing is over 350, 400 kilometers, and we'll need to get you into one, Tom, early next year.
Very happy to try them out. And just as a public service announcement, if you own a plug-in, whatever car you C Line 6, you just charge it every night, and then you'll see the benefits. Right? There's no point running it as a hybrid. You're losing the plot there. So just charge it, and you'll see the efficiency of that thing improve a lot. So, yep. Hot tip for you guys. Yeah, thanks, Tassie Evie. Thank you for watching my Lyriq launch video. Very much caddy, indeed, I agree. And Riz, I tried very much to be like Hollywood Tom. It's hard to live in your shadow, but me and Joy, my wife, we went to the Cadillac launch last night. That's me and my
Hey.
lovely wife Joy, and we were in front of this is the Lyriq, the first ever Cadillac EV. I think this is what do they call it? The luxury variant. There's only two variants, same performance, just different trims. But this is the luxury variant we're standing in front of, and this is at the engine yards, I think, in Rosebery, in the south of Sydney, very close to the city. And it was a pretty schmick event, Riz. You would have fit right in, landing in a chopper or private jet. But it was great. Cocktails, canapes, and the Cadillac put on a great show. And the pricing was, I think, for a car this size, 102 kilowatt hour battery. I thought it was not too bad, quite reasonable. I think $123,000 drive away for the base variant. Big battery pack, so this could potentially replace maybe the Tesla Model X for those of you Tesla fans who missed out when they stopped bringing them to Australia. So Yeah, apparently, to come in first quarter of 2025, but you can certainly order one right now from the Cadillac website.
Well, like the Model X, this will be built in the US if that's important to people. Then yeah, but really interesting. I think Cadillac obviously mentioned the Ultium platform in the original or initial press release, and then now there's word that they're potentially not going to be using Ultium, not so much for the Lyriq, but just in general, like it wasn't the tech that they thought it was going to be. And so, yeah, I can't wait to, I guess, test drive one of these and see if it is the caddy that a lot of rappers used to rap about back in the day. I mean, they're rapping about Cybertrucks now, so
Yeah.
it's still pretty luxurious, American luxury at its best and finest.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, 388 kilowatts of power, all-wheel drive in both variants. And yeah, pretty plush on the inside, I got to say. High quality trim. Get that in both variants. A lot of options too if you need that kind of thing. Um, yeah, it's Ultium battery apparently, but as you said, Riz, they might be moving with LFP in the future, maybe for some options. So I don't know. I don't know whether this is the end of the Ultium NMC line, or I'm not sure which direction they're taking. They didn't disclose that last night. They were just happy to be there for the party and for the very first Cadillac experience. And I'm interested to know that you can actually order these vehicles directly from Cadillac online. So they're taking that direct to consumer approach. Now that they're in the market in Australia. So yeah, go check out my video if you want full details of that. And just for Billy Lid, no, in this shot I'm not wearing a Rolex. I wish I had one. This is my Omega. But yeah, it was a great night. So yeah, good to see Roland as well. I saw Roland at from Plugged, from Zap. Sorry, he was around too. Nice to catch up. Yeah, and yeah, definitely you're right, Paul. It's definitely a caddy. It's written on pretty much every surface. There's a light up Cadillac logo. So when you open the door, you can't miss it. That's right. Thank you, Jez. That's very kind of you. We enjoyed the night for sure. Cool. Now let's keep moving on. Keep your questions coming, by the way, and thanks for those of you who joined just then. We are running a giveaway for the EV show tonight, so if you'd like to win a double pass, we've got 10 to give away. We've got hashtag EV show. That's what you need to tag tonight on your comments. One entry per account. If you are a performance or long range member of the channel, you don't need to enter. I'll give them to you anyway. 4 for performance and 2 for long range. For standard range and everyone else, please hashtag EV show. We'll draw 10 tickets at the end, or 10 lots of tickets at the end of tonight's show for the Sydney International EV show in a couple of weekends' time. All right, so let's keep going. So speaking of launches, of course, last night we had another launch, not in Sydney, but it was still in New South Wales. It was in Broken Hill, of all places, and that was to highlight of course, the BYD Shark 6 plug-in hybrid dual mode off-road, which was well received. I think apparently 1,000 orders already straight off the rank, straight off the bat. Sorry, get my sayings mixed up, and apparently crashed the website last night, Riz. So obviously a lot of interest pent up.
Well, that's right, or the tech wasn't up there. Either way, I mean, 1,000 orders is still a lot of orders. Look, pricing wise, I think it's the little test drive that I had on an off road track a couple of weeks ago in Victoria drives quite well on its pure EV mode, and has all the features. It's got the seal luxury on the interior front anyway. Lots of space, pretty practical in many ways. Best Ute I've ever driven so far. I mean, the LDV T60 was good, but this is better. But yeah, if we charge it every day, and only drive it in EV mode, unless you need to really tow stuff or do actual work things with it, it's quite good. But yeah, I was expecting pricing to be just over 60 grand, so 57,990 is very good. All the accessories apparently are already available to be configured when you configure your Shark as well. But it does look, I know a Ute's a Ute, but it does look quite good in person.
Yeah, so the event was at Broken Hill and was live streamed across to a few dealerships, including the showroom at Alexandria. So that was where the other party was at, across town in Sydney. And this picture is courtesy of one of our viewers, strolling Sydney. So thanks for sharing that with us. He was at the event last night. So yeah, you're right, Riz. A lot of the options can be configured straight away from the website, including things like bull bars, roof racks, tray covers. Canopies as well for the back. So all those options can be bought for extra. And yeah, I mean the interior. When I drove the one in China, I probably thought personally the trim was, I think, probably closer to Atto 3 or Sea Line 6 kind of level. I think Sea was probably slightly higher than those two and maybe this one, but again, it's not no slouch. It's very nice for what it is on the inside. So again, probably make a nice family car for those of you who like utes for that recreational space, or just for carrying stuff on the weekend, right? So yeah, I think it'll do very well. I think initially anyway.
Yeah, I like the Sydney party. I did pop into the event in Cremorne in Melbourne. Did get to see a few of our viewers and listeners there as well. But I mean, BYD did throw a bit of a party, not a caddy level type of Cadillac type of party. You know what I'm saying? But there was a bit of buzz around. I guess bit unfortunate though on the ordering front because a lot of people were pretty keen to at least place an order on one. Now, I guess delivery wise, what are they saying, Tom? December, January?
I think from memory it might have been. I think they said Q1. I think. Let's double
Right.
check the
Yep. Yep.
website.
Yep.
Let's have a look. Um, yeah, I think it was Q1. I think those of you can check for me in the live chat there. But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be too far away. I would have thought anyway. So it's $1,000 fully refundable order fee as always with BYD, and 60,000 driveway in New South Wales for the bare bones Shark 6. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously with sales data. See that does well. Hopefully BYD will bring a Shark 7, an all electric Shark 7. That'll be nice, hey?
Well, that's what they said at the pre-launch event that where I got to drive the vehicle. That they've named it 6 because there's potentially a 7, but then I don't know, maybe that was more of a marketing thing more than anything else. But realistically speaking, I guess if other manufacturers start to produce actual electric utes that are mandated by policy or maybe they're not eligible for fringe benefit tax exemptions, like plug-in hybrids, I think are supposed to be not eligible maybe from April next year as such. Then maybe they'll say, hey, we can actually do this, because they did make a pretty big deal about the fact this is an EV first type of ute. Don't ask me what it actually means, but it's I guess that you can drive it on EV only mode, which means I guess they can do other things with this vehicle as well. So yeah, interesting times. I guess they do want to sell lots. I'm not sure what will happen after the initial sort of rush of orders that crashed the website.
Yeah, that'll be very curious to see. And yeah, I mean, when I was in China, they made it very clear that all these DMIs, DMOs, it's very much EV first. And with my experience with the Sea Line 6 recently, you can run it on the EV powertrain most of the time. Set it to either EV mode or auto HEV mode, and that essentially, if you drive around the city, you're never going to really run into the petrol at all. And you can drive it all the way down to 15%, which will get you pretty close to 100, if not 90 kilometers for that amount of charge from 100 to 15, and just charge every night. You'll be fine. So hopefully enough people drive this and go, you know what, maybe I should just get a full EV. I'm never going to go off-road that often. I don't need that much range. So hopefully BYD, if you're listening, the way to go is give us an EV option as well. It wouldn't surprise me, obviously, that BYD is lobbying very hard in Australia to continue the EV discount, right, the novated leasing discount for fringe benefit tax exemption. So we'll see what happens in April next year when that runs out for plug-in hybrids. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We've got congratulations to our viewer and member, Justin Hong. Just reading here. Hi, Tom and Riz. Sorry I was late. Just had my anniversary dinner. Congratulations. Well done. And looks like he just celebrated 3 years. So congratulations, Justin. Well done. That's great to hear. Yeah, Neil says he was at the Adelaide launch BYD Shark last night. Great. That's good to hear. And Oscar says under $60,000 driveway in Canberra. Here you go. Didn't give you an ETA, so guessing 2025. Thanks for that. That's great. Looks like a lot of people ordered Riz, which is good to see. And Gaffer, I'm with you. Wouldn't mind seeing the return of sedan body-based Aussie Ute again, right? The old Holden Monaro. I just want to see a shooting brake as well, Riz. Like, lower to the ground, like the, Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo, obviously not that expensive, but that kind of shape is what I want. Or Zeekr 001. That's what I want to see.
Well, they keep saying that the Denza is supposed to be coming, and Denza Z9 is one of those, shooting brake sort of vehicles. There's also a little bit of word on the Chinese streets from Zeekr that they were potentially planning on making a Zeekr 007 shooting brake. I mean, that will look pretty cool. So, yeah, we've got to have alternatives to SUVs for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think once my kids grow up, I don't need an SUV anymore. So I'm looking for a better design, something lower to the ground I can zip around town in, but still be quite versatile, right? Congratulations, Gaffer. 3-year membership. That's great. Like, honestly, hand on heart. Wrong side. Hand on heart. Supporting. Yeah, great to see you supporting and everyone else who has been a long-term member. So thanks, Gaffer. Thanks very much. House says checked 6 dealers today. MG4 51 kilowatt hours. 51 kilowatt version or variant sold out with a few 64s left. That's on the back of our video is that we did with the comparisons of all the the affordable hatchbacks. So that's amazing, right?
That's yeah. I guess if they're sold out, I wonder what that actually means. So we're nearly into November. There was a bit of word out there that price was going to go up a little bit. Who knows what the new recommended retail price is for the MG4 51 kilowatt hour Excite. And yeah, I think as Hal's saying, lots of X Powers left for sale, so there must be pretty heavy discounting on the X Powers as well.
Yeah, if you picked up a MG4 51 kilowatt hour Excite, like you're doing really well for $30,000. Like that was an amazing deal. For that kind of price, it's you can't really argue with that. Yeah, it's a fantastic price for that vehicle. When will we see a car, an EV, starting with a 2 drive away? Now that will be an exciting time for sure.
Yeah, it's I'm hearing more and more whispers that there is a potential of an EV that could start with a 2, but no confirmation yet. So watch this space in early 2025.
Absolutely. Exciting times ahead. Now let's move on to some Tesla news. So we've got Halloween coming up tomorrow here in Australia. That looks like a robo taxi. Is that right?
That's
that
it.
shape? Yeah.
So that's the vehicle.
Yeah. Tesla Frunk or Treat exhibit. Very nice.
It's a cybercab. It's gold, painted in gold. I think that's what they had on the evening as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely one not to be driven. No back window. Yeah, just very, very plain, very Cybertruck-esque in the Model 3 size, I guess. 2-door coupe. Yeah, we'll see how these go in America. Sticking with Tesla, so we know Tesla Cybertruck is doing the rounds in Australia. I think it's currently is it moved on from the Gold Coast? Is it now in Adelaide now?
I think it still is maybe, yeah. Last time I checked, it was at the Gold Coast 600 over the weekend.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. This one's actually outdoors. Yeah, nice one. Okay, well, it's good to see more people getting a look at it. That's great. Yeah, I wonder where that will go next after Adelaide. Will it return back to one of our eastern states, or maybe has it gone to Tassie yet? It has, right?
It's gone to Tassie. It's gone out west. It was up at the Gold Coast, but I don't think it's gone to Brisbane yet. So yeah,
okay. That could be next.
It's actually been in Adelaide. I remember before it went up to the Gold Coast. So it's in Queensland now, and maybe it's going to be on a boat back to. It has to go to Brisbane, as Lewis says. It has to go there.
I agree, Lewis. It surely has. Yeah. Charles is saying it's been everywhere that has a Tesla store, apparently. Yeah. So, okay. Thanks, Charles. Okay, and House saying CT Cybertruck deliveries start in Canada on the 5th of November. That's not far away. So, US, Mexico, and Canada. Hopefully, Australian right-hand drive. Well, yeah, lots of competition now, isn't there? In plug-in hybrids and battery electrics too, for that sort of truck space. All right, sticking with Cybertruck for now. We've got Halloween coming up, of course, and more costumes or dress-ups. This is very much, I guess, Halo inspired. It's pretty armored. Amazing wrap. Master Chief. Very good. You can do anything with stainless steel, can't you? That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome. I agree. Gaffer. Looks amazing. Yeah, Charles is saying currently it's in Queensland, last state or territory, maybe Northern Territory. People in New Zealand have been told they'll see it soon. Yeah, amazing. It's been doing the rounds. Very long tour. Cool. All right. Let's move on to some charging news. So thanks, Nirav, for this article. So some Tesla Motors Club forum members have discovered planning permits for some more superchargers in New South Wales. Now, I believe this might be a typo. I think this is actually Cadillac in New South Wales, which is near Gundagai, and a large 20-bay supercharger site in Goulburn. So those 2 points are actually quite important charging sites in New South Wales. You generally will stop in those 2 towns. So it's good to see expansion of chargers in New South Wales. Hopefully open to all vehicles as well, Riz. Yeah. And, if Xpeng or anyone else, Deepal, if you're watching, this might be a good time to test out your cars to make sure they are, built for Aussie conditions for those long road trips between cities. So stay tuned. Thank you, Charles. Confirming it is indeed Cadillac, New South Wales, near Gundagai, not Colac, which is near the Great Ocean Road, I think. Colac. That's already got chargers there. I think I've actually used them too. Okay, and we've been following this one. This is the 6-stall V4 superchargers near the old Alexandria showroom, Tesla showroom, which is now the body repair shop, and looks like they are almost complete. Lines are marked. Probably due to be commissioned pretty soon, I would think. And that's a nice site there near the airport for you, Riz, to charge your Spectre when you come up and visit me in Sydney.
That's it.
Yes. Oh, okay. Justin saying Cybertruck at Pacific Fair Shopping Centre, 4th to the 10th of November. Pacific Fair is the big one in Broadbeach, I think, isn't it? In
yeah,
the
that's
Gold
the one
Coast?
on the Gold Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. SWS saw on Queensland News Tonight an electric seaplane operating. Hey, fantastic. That's good. Very nice. Staying on the theme of Tesla superchargers, here we go. New 4-stall Tesla superchargers at Port Augusta, South Australia. It's good. Looks like South Australia is getting a lot of DC fast chargers, which is great. And that's thanks to the RAA network as well. So good to see more superchargers. This might also be a, what do you call these, prefab, quick install ones? Either sitting on the grey slab, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, actually.
Hmm.
Could possibly be.
Yeah, but Port Augusta being an important stop, in South Australia, good to see more chargers there too. Oh, thanks, Richard. There you go. This is why I love this show. Richard saying Alexandria is already open in Sydney. So there you go. Good intel there, guys. Thanks so much. You are our eyes and ears. So appreciate that. Oh, Charles is saying yes, it's a prefab. Thanks, Charles. Great to have your knowledge there. Awesome. And what else we got here? So, now, as I said earlier, I caught up with Roland from Zapped at the Caddy event last night. Great to catch up. And he has posted a right-hand drive YangWang U8 spotted in China. Right-hand driver is interesting.
Could be anything. It could be a vehicle for you, Tom. This is your custom order that you placed when you were there with BYD.
Shh, don't tell anyone. It's a shame it's a plug-in hybrid. But yeah, this thing was pretty comfy actually inside it. Just driving around that skid pan around the BYD HQ. But yeah, pretty plush interior. Whether it comes to Australia, I don't know, but yeah, pretty rugged. I guess this will probably compete with things like Smart Hashtag 5. There was one from Deepal as well. I forgot the name of that. The big sort of four-wheel drive.
All right, yeah.
Yep. Is this the same size as like the Toyota Prado or bigger?
Might be a bit bigger, I think. It might be Land Cruiser sized.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Land Cruiser. Yep. All right. Yeah. Sorry, Mitch. I didn't custom order the U9. I should have. Hey. I was busy. But no, that's something on the cards. It'd be great to drive that one day. If I ever get back to China. Cool. Okay. SWS is saying it's EV9 size. Yep. That's a good comparison, actually. Yep. Cool. All right. Let's keep going for now. So again, Roland posts about the Hyundai N unveiling the RN24 high performance electric rolling lab, showcasing the future of NEVs at the N Day 2024 event. Okay, so it's compact and powerful, combines the Ioniq 5N's powerful electric powertrain with a smaller, lighter chassis inspired by rally cars. There you go. Pretty funky. So, well, I have driven the Ioniq 5N at the Sydney Motorsport Park. Lots of fun, despite it being all electric. Still, handled very well. Felt like a decent race car. So good to see Hyundai taking racing seriously as well. Thanks, Roland, for that. Much appreciated. Ray's saying yes. Now we know what N stands for. Naked. Thanks, Ray. Cool. Thanks, Roland, as well. And now on to BYD news. So we've been following the story, the story about BYD retrofitting, pre-March 2024 BYD seals, and also hopefully potentially Atto 3 vehicles to be able to charge on V3, V4 Tesla superchargers. Now, this is an email to it's like an Atto 3 owner. It says, "Thank you for your email and welcome to BYD Automotive. At this stage, the upgrade is only available for the BYD seal with Atto 3 testing still be conducted." Keyword being testing. Once a solution for the Atto 3 becomes available, BYD Automotive will contact vehicle owners with an update. Riz, I think this might be progress here. So this is different from other emails we've seen.
Yeah, well, hopefully there's a timeline for this testing, because there's about 12,000 owners that need to know. So, yeah, bit of progress here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, as always, excuse me, on the show, we will keep you guys updated with progress on that front. We haven't forgotten you guys, Atto 3 owners. Now, speaking of Atto 3, so this made news this week. So on Cars Guide, this headline saying, "Not recommended. Popular BYD Atto 3 Chinese electric SUV receives worst rating yet by Safety Testing Authority for poor performing driver assistance technology." This was written 28th of October, so 2 days ago. And look, Riz, I got to say, I own a seal myself, so I've got some credibility to mention this. The BYD Intelligent Cruise Control is probably close to the bottom in terms of how well it performs on the road, in my opinion. It's a system I'm not confident in, particularly with the auto steer component. It's just too much false feedback. It's trying to always get you into the center, yes, but it's very sharp. It's not smooth. So I'm not surprised that this article has come out and come to light. Riz, what's been your experience? You've driven some of these BYD vehicles. Have you tried the auto steer and the ICCs in your tests?
I have, and I mean, yeah, it's not my favorite feature in those cars for sure. It's one of those things. I mean, Tesla cops so much on the back of the fact that their autopilot system is got phantom braking and a whole lot of other things, but these other vehicles, they take it to another level of basically not providing much confidence when it comes to that. The autonomous capabilities of the vehicle, and there's experienced people, I guess, like yourself, and I guess to a certain degree me and others that drive a lot of different vehicles, and they know that you have to sort of be a bit careful at certain times. But if you can imagine someone getting one of these vehicles and thinking, well, the car is able to take me around corners and it should be able to do that. And they may not have as much experience with different systems to know that it may not operate in the way they want it to operate at, and having hands on the wheels and other things, then it could cause big issues at the
Mm.
same time as well. So, yeah, a bit disappointing on this front, but you'd like to think a company as large as BYD with over 900,000 people working on various different parts of the company, that they will be working at improving this, and they take this as critical feedback to
Mm.
improve on the product. Um, because I know previously BYD's also said that they don't believe autonomous driving is the future, or they're not investing that heavily into it. They're investing in affordable EVs, which is also great to do, but I think it comes a time where they really do need to focus on getting their intelligent driving systems a bit more up to spec with competition. Otherwise, people will choose a vehicle that can do all that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is still level 2 autonomy, of course, and there are so many other companies that do it better. Obviously Tesla Autopilot, the eGMP platform vehicles do it quite well. I've driven many miles with those cars. Even like Volvo, Polestar, they do it pretty well too. And what concerns me is that I've driven the C-Line 7 in China. That's on the new Evo platform, but from viewers who've commented on my videos, it seems like the export market will receive still the 3 platform with the previous ICC. So I don't think there's going to be much improvement even with the SL7. I've driven the C-Line 6. It's the same thing. It's the same terrible ICC. So it's just not good. I think it's going to be surpassed by cars like Xpeng, Zeekr, D-Power. If they can perform better, even with level 2 autonomy, which is pretty much all you need really. If you still want to drive the car, you just want it to guide you on the highway just smoothly. I think that's all we need for now. And if they can't get this right, it's a real concern, I think. So, yeah, hopefully BYD will do something to help correct this.
Hmm.
I've heard that the new Evo platform is in collaboration with Huawei with their self-drive. Am I mistaken there?
Tom, I think you're right. I mean, that's part of what they've said, but I've also heard other vehicles. I think it's in the BYD lineup that might be using something from DJI as well.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, interesting times. I mean, Huawei, from the news that I've read, seems to have some of the best autonomous driving technology in China as a
mm.
supplier of those technologies into manufacturers. So yeah, look, it can only get better from here, I guess.
I hope so. Yeah, thanks for your comments, guys. Let's keep going with some of these. I'm just noticing here a question from John OX. When is Kia EV3 launching? Saw some reviews of it in New Zealand, and I think Gary, who's very much involved with Kia's, is saying EV3 in Q1 2025. That's good. And I agree. SWS BYD might have worked out the customer support is paramount. Absolutely, it's definitely much so. And obviously they're now retrofitting first generation BYD seals. We've got Sim saying that he got confirmation of the seal upgrade today. That's great. Congratulations. Hopefully more people will be able to get that upgrade. Awesome. And we're just almost towards the end of our show, so I just want to quickly remind you guys and girls again, we are giving away 10 double passes to the Sydney International EV Show coming up in a couple of weekends' time. So all you need to do is tag EV Show in the comment, 1 entry per account. If you're a performance long range member, you don't need to enter. We'll give them away to you anyway. But if you want a chance to win a double pass to the International EV Show, hashtag EV Show is what you need to tag tonight. And that is for this show coming up 8th to 10th of November. I'll be around, and Riz will be too as well on those days. So great to see. All right. Let's keep going with our last few stories of the night. So speaking of other cars in the market, we've got Zeekr Mix.
Oh,
What a nice looking vehicle, Riz. Beautiful.
that's what we were trying to spot, Tom, when we were there. And I'm just reading the tweet or the X now. It really is. This thing is such a different, but different in a good way, sort of a vehicle. Um, all the real clever things that it can do on the inside of the car with rotating seats and turning it into a lounge room, being able to turn it into turn the seats around to the side so you can apparently park next to a lake and fish from it using a fishing rod and whatever else. Very, very cool. It's using the golden battery from Zeekr in one of its variants.
Yep.
The ultra fast charging, I think it's 75 kilowatt hour LFP battery that I think gets speeds of over 500 kilowatts at its peak charging. But yeah, it's out now. It's available in China, and we'll see if this will ever make it into European or other international markets. But it's definitely, I'd prefer this over the ID Buzz.
Yeah, 100%. I probably prefer the price as well. And this is not a big car, by the way. This is actually like small. It looked like talking Model Y or even smaller size. It's a very compact kind of people mover. As Riz said, the seats swivel, the doors open out. It's very much open space on the inside, open planning. I think in China, there's obviously a segment of the market who enjoys the outdoors, and it'll be a great sort of camper kind of car or a picnic car. I'm sure there'll be a lot of V2L ports and things. You can use it for food and beverage and other things to enjoy the outdoors. So yeah, fingers crossed this will come to Australia.
So this vehicle, just for some context, it's based on a vehicle that Zeekr has been developing for Waymo, the self-driving company owned by Google in the US. So, given they were designing that vehicle for being a robo-taxi, they wanted to bring some of those ideas into a passenger vehicle, which is what it's turned into. And as you said earlier, Tom, I don't think there's anything else in the market that's of this size that can offer this much space. And apparently even the turning circle is pretty good because they're using some clever, I guess turning circle technology in the wheels and stuff. So it's definitely worth a test drive. So Zeekr, if you're listening, I actually did see one of the Zeekr local executives ask on LinkedIn whether Australia wanted something like this. I obviously said yes.
Yeah.
So, if Zeekr team is listening, get one down here. So, get Tom into one so we can really see what this is about. And looking forward to this.
Yeah, I remember that post on LinkedIn actually. So I definitely put my hand up as well. Yeah, love to see this in Australia. All right, we're almost at the end, guys and girls. So thanks for staying with us. Got a bit of a teaser here. So this is the Ioniq N. This is only a concept kind of picture, but this article talks about what we can expect ahead of the November debut of this car, Ioniq N. So this is like, I guess, EV9. So what am I saying? Ioniq N, Ioniq 9. This will be like a EV9 kind of size for the Hyundai brand. 7-seater, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, part of me look pretty impressed with the Kia EV9. It's a really nice car, but I don't know if we really need to go that big. Like, I know for the EV9, it was a bit of in some ways, a proof of concept that in the market you can have large electric SUVs with 7 seats, and it is very comfortable. I think it would be great on long trips. Obviously, if efficiency and consumption isn't an issue for you, but it would be good. But yeah, I don't know, Tom. Huge vehicles. I'd rather have like a estate or a station wagon instead of a large SUV.
Yeah, I guess, it's good for that segment of the market, right? I mean, you and me, we personally don't need such a big car. Oh, I certainly don't, even though I've got family, but we don't need such a big car. But obviously there are big families out there. We've got extended families as well now with multi-generational living in our cities. So a bigger car like that might be useful. Obviously Kia Carnival still sell well for that reason. And this is kind of the opposite of the EV9 in its styling, right? EV9 is very boxy, very brutalist almost. This is still in that curved, the front looks very curved still. I know this is still a concept, but this could potentially be what it's like. So they've got to differentiate this somehow from the EV9. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what they bring out in November, which is not very far away at all. Okay, coming up towards the end, so I thought I'd just post this real quick, or show this real quick from Jason. Thanks for sharing this with us, Jason. So Ford CEO loving his daily drive, which is an EV sedan from a Chinese competitor. Um, yeah, well, he was, brave enough to admit that. Let's see what it actually is. Xiaomi
Xiaomi,
SU7. There you go. Now we saw these in China, Riz. I saw it again when I was in China again last
yeah,
month, and they do look pretty schmick. Look nice on the road for sure.
they are, and they've just announced the performance version of that, the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra,
Mm.
and this thing has just basically gone around Nürburgring faster than any other four-door electric car ever. The Model S Plaid, the Porsche Taycan Weissbach edition that was purposely built to beat the Model S Plaid around the Nürburgring. This has just done that, and I think it costs something like half of what the Porsche does. And the pricing was just announced last night, 115,000 US dollars, or equivalent of that in China. The SU7 Ultra. Xiaomi CEO Lei Jun has come out and said, this is my dream car. That's what I wanted to design with the team. And he knows a thing or two about performance cars. Particularly, he was one of the first Model S owners in China back in 2012 or 2013 as well. So huge Tesla fan, a lot of inspiration from Tesla and Porsche into the design of SU7. As you know, Tom, when we saw one parked in Hangzhou, I was pretty excited to see it. We
Mm.
saw some at a track in Ningbo as well on the outside. So really popular car, probably the most popular car in China at the moment. And yeah, the performance version is for those that are looking for a very dynamic yet practical sedan. So looking forward to, I guess, hopefully seeing it one day, but I don't think they'll build right-hand drive anytime soon. At least Jim Farley at Ford can enjoy it.
That's right. Yeah, I saw one actually driving on the road in, I think it was Shenzhen, and I was very excited to see it as well. I think it was in nice green, that classic green color. It was great seeing it just dart ahead of us on the bus. So, yep. All right, we're up to almost towards the end of the show. So, just wanted to highlight in New South Wales, there are now incentives to buy a battery for your home. This will be available as of 2 days' time, 1st November. So installing a battery like a Tesla Powerwall 2, if you're eligible, discounts range up to $1,150 when you install a 6.5 kilowatt hour battery, and up to $2,400 for a 13.5 kilowatt hour battery. So that'll slash off some of the installation costs for you. So have a look at that if you are eligible to install a new Tesla Powerwall 2 or similar size battery for your home. Now, Riz, last week you talked about the Rob Roy event. One of our viewers kindly shared with us some videos from that event. So let me see if I can play this. Is this actually playing for you? Because it's not working for me.
Not yet.
No. Okay. So I apologize. Oh, no. Hang on. Could probably scroll like that. So this is looks like a little mini that's spinning out there.
Oh,
Sorry
no.
about that slow-mo, but yeah. Interesting action there. But yeah, whole bunch of videos from our viewers. So I'll try and get those up again next week. But how was that event, by the way? Did you attend?
No, I was at an event around the corner from there, but I know
Mm.
those that did attend that event, and Richard Laxton was there, and apparently he had fun, and a lot of others that attended it as well. So, yeah, historic sort of a hill climb track, and good to see EVs being involved in this as well. So, yeah, really, really good fun.
Yeah, looks like a lot of fun. So thank you for that. I think it was Johan who sent us those videos. All right, we're almost at the end, and we'll give away those passes for the Sydney International EV Show. So stay tuned to the very end if you've entered. The final thing I want to touch on is this chart from Gary. Gary's on the chat tonight, I can see. and he just wanted to share some of the survey responses from the Kia EV Owners Club of Australia, Kavoka. Here's a question: how many kilometers have you done? 165 responses, and most people are within that 10 to 30,000 kilometer bracket, and the next biggest is less than 10,000. Do you mostly do city, highway, or country driving? And most people do city driving, which, as you'd expect, or highway country, and 1/3 is split between both. In your normal week, how often do you charge your car? And most people say once or twice a week. I'm the same. I charge between once or twice a week with my big 82 kilowatt hour battery with my BYD Seal. Have you used high speed public chargers? Most people have. And how likely is it that your next car will be an electric vehicle? Overwhelming. Interesting. Trying to work out this chart here. So, okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, right? So this is a quantitative scale, so, or qualitative scale, I should say. Most people will say 10 out of 10. I would definitely, 71% of you said I would definitely buy an EV as my next car. So that's good. That's great to see. One person didn't want to buy another EV down the bottom here. It's a shame to find out why. But good to see it's sort of skewed towards the top end of that scale. So thank you, Gary, for sharing that with us. Much appreciated from the Kia EV Owners Club of Australia, a newish club which has links directly to the Kia maintenance and service team and management as well in Australia. So a good one to join if you own a Kia EV. And Gary says 25% of members have never used a public DC charger, just charge at home or office. Almost all will buy an EV next time, different to what some dodgy surveys say. Yeah, that's true. These are real EV owners too. All right, Riz, I think it might be time to do our draw. Hey, let's pop that up. So again, hashtag EV show. I've got the last minute or so for you guys and girls to enter. Looks like half of you are going to win tickets tonight. Not many entries. So hashtag EV show. Just put that in the chat last minute and we'll do a draw for some double passes. Give you another 15 seconds or so. So Riz, you'll be in the AEVA conference this weekend, as you said, in Hobart?
I will be. I'll be on Mobility Live tomorrow, back there again, and then I'll be on Friday and Saturday. I'll be in Hobart. Can't wait to see Charles and and a lot of other members and viewers that are down there as well, out in Tassie, and looking forward to that before heading back up here. And then next Friday, Tom, up at the Sydney EV show, which would be cool.
Fantastic. Yeah, looking forward to catching up with you and everyone else as well on that weekend. So let's do the draw now. 18. So yeah, more than half of you are going to win tickets tonight, which is great. So let's do that right now. Let's do our first draw. 10 lucky viewers will be receiving tickets tonight. Okay, so we've got, who's our first lucky winner? Marius. Congratulations, Marius. You're winner number 1. Let's draw that again. Help me keep track here, Riz. This will be number 2.
Yes.
So winner number 2 will be Wayne. Hey, well done, Wayne. Good stuff. Now, reach out if you won a prize tonight. Email me, tom@ludicrousfeed.com. I need an email address for each ticket. That's how the system works now. And tell me which day you want as well. So, Max Gill, winner number 3. Congratulations. Now, if you be honest, if you won before, let me know. Don't win twice, please. Try and give winners tickets out to as many people as we can. This will be number 4. Winner number 4 tonight is Kit Ryan. Congratulations, Kit. This will be number 5. Again, email me with your details, which day you want, and an email address for each ticket, please, as well. Paul, congratulations. Winner number... is that 5? Oh, I lost track now. I think that was 5.
It is 5 because it's 13 entries left.
Oh, true. So smart, Riz.
No.
This is number 6. Stevie G, congratulations. Winner number 6. 4 more winners. I've got some music too, but I'm afraid to put on that music in case it's too loud like last time. All right, Murray S, congratulations. Winner number 7. 3 more. 3 more winners. Scott Hutchings, congratulations. You are winner number 8. Well done. And winner number 9 will be, don't forget to email me, tom@ludicrousfeed.com. Catherine Lesky, congratulations, winner number 9. Great stuff. And last one. Who have we? Not many now, 9 to choose from. Gary Drysdale, congratulations, winner number 10. So there we go, 10 winners from tonight. Don't forget, email me, tom@ludicrousfeed.com. Email address for each ticket, and tell me which day you would like to go to the Sydney International EV Show, 8th to 10th of November 2024. All right, so Riz, best of luck and best of wishes with all your travels this week and beyond.
So good. Yeah, really looking forward to getting a chance to spend a bit more time in some of the vehicles I've gotten to see this last couple of days, and hopefully be able to share pictures and videos from this event as well. Also, a good friend of the show, Chris Vanderstock, also happened to be around. I did say hi to him, and yeah, with all these things happening, I think we're going to have a special price announcement for the DeepL SU7. Is that what it's called? At Sydney International EV Show, and there's a couple of other vehicles that are also landing specifically for the show. So some of our viewers and listeners may not want to miss out. So exciting couple of weeks coming up, and yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on, Tom.
Thank you, Riz. Pleasure is all mine. And on behalf of the viewers, thank you for your insights as always. Great to have you on. And yeah, definitely we'll catch up next week for our last live before the EV show too. So thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. Great to have your company, and we shall see you next week on the show. And until then, it's bye for now and good night. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Happy charging.